Whenever we started Fully Devoted, Derek and I kind of made a commitment of what we would like to give. We made that commitment, and then not long after that, we actually were faced with quite a hefty financial burden that we were not expecting. It was really hard because it felt like the minute that we had said yes to giving, we then experienced this heaviness, and so we really just prayed about it and we were believing for the Lord to do something really big, obviously. And He did. We had somebody else that was in the church that is obviously living fully devoted come to us, and they actually paid over half of what we were experiencing with this financial burden. And so we kind of experienced some pretty radical generosity.
In the midst of this burden that we were kind of carrying and trying to figure out how we were going to pay off this thing, we were in kind of the day-to-day life of the office, and I was kind of processing with one of the other pastors and just kind of sharing where we were at and the frustrations and just kind of also the faith though, and he was challenging me with having the faith to believe that God, as we were giving to Him, that He would give back to us. And so as I shared though, in no expectation for Him to kind of resolve the issue or try to resolve the issue, that same week, towards the end of the week, he texted me. He had this envelope, and I got home and I opened it and I gave it to Whitney, and so we're just kind of crying in the living room and just kind of weeping of like, dang, like through all of the frustrations, through the doubts of like, God, is this the right place for me? We saw God come through our family, through our church family, through the people we work with. And on the tagline on the check for what it was for, it said #fully devoted. And in the midst of when I was texting him, he just responded with like a verse from Acts and said, we give as any has need. And that was the heart in which they gave, was we have and you have not, and so we want to give to you.
This is, one of the first times that we have practiced this kind of generosity to this scale in our marriage. And so it's been cool to see that in that same realm where we said yes and we're doing this, we're also seeing the rest of the church say, hey, you know what? We're also saying yes, and we're going to even go above and beyond, and we are going to pour our resources and the things that we have. We have the excess, and so we're giving it to you because we see the value of saying yes to the Lord and saying yes to generosity. And I fully believe that, the people that decided to give this incredible amount to us, they are seeing 100-fold of what they've decided to give and say, hey, we value you and we value what you're doing, and we see that you are being generous, and we are going to match that and meet that because you're a part of the family.
We want to encourage those though, if you are in the midst of fully devoted and you're asking yourself, God, can I continue to keep up with this? Do I have the money each month to continue my fully devoted commitment? We want to encourage you and just say to keep going. We've been there as well. We've been at the end of a paycheck where it's like, God, how are we supposed to give to you with X amount of dollars? God, how am I supposed to give to you when this circumstance in my life has changed and I have this debt now, or I don't have this job anymore? And we want to just say keep going. Why? Because God is in your corner.
It's easy to get caught in thinking, I have to be there from day one. I have to 100% be able to do exactly what I said that I'm going to do. And we honestly are not maybe 100% there. We're still working. We're still in progress. And I think recognizing that that's okay, that it is a progress. It's not okay, you either hit it or you missed it, but it is saying, okay, maybe we need to adjust in this area, or maybe we need to look at something a little bit differently because maybe it's not working out exactly like you thought it would, and that's okay. And I think allowing yourself that grace to say, okay, I'm in progress and I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna trust God to provide for every need, knowing that if it's not perfect from day one, or if we fall off the track one month, or whatever it looks like, that we are on the way. We're on the way to it, and we will get there, and it'll be an awesome testimony here in a couple of years to say, wow, like look what God did and look where He brought us.
We're still fully devoted.